So you were looking for something to listen to, and you ended up here. What's up? My name is Ethan, and I'm the host of the show. Over the past 25 years, I've had a wild group of people walk through my tattoo shop and tell me some of the craziest stories you would never hear unless you were sitting in that chair. I've invited a few of these maniacs to join me and talk about everything, anything, and nothing. Whether it's about UFOs, aliens, food, conspiracies, or whatever, you're sure to be entertained and probably get a laugh out of it. Or you're going to think we're a bunch of nut jobs and never come back again. Either way, you're here with us now, so sit back, relax, hit cruise control, and enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Tat and Chat Podcast. Cool, we're rolling. Dude, you look fantastic. I'm actually really excited. What's going on, guys?
I was excited when you walked in, too.
we got someone here today. We got Ethan Bacon.
What's up?
From the grave.
From the grave.
Back from the dead.
From the Tat and Chat grave.
Yeah.
What's up, Bacon?
What's up, man?
I missed you, man.
I missed you. I missed you deeply.
You look good.
Thank you. You look good. Both of you.
Hey,
Well, gee,
you're
thanks.
such a good liar.
I mean, I feel like I look good, but then I look in the mirror.
Do you feel good?
I feel okay.
I don't know.
I feel
me.
I feel better that you're here.
What's that?
Feel me.
Oh,
Ooh.
You tell me.
I did on the way in.
I felt you with my eyes.
Oh my God.
So what's going on, guys?
Not much, man. I just got home from New York City.
What was in New York?
Yankees game.
Oh, you sent me a picture of that.
Yeah, it was
That's what-
freezing.
Oh.
It was so cold. I think it was. It's like. It wasn't that. It was 31 degrees. So I mean, but you're not expecting it to be 31 degrees at a baseball game.
Not,
I was just
not
telling
in
my
April
friend. Right.
in New York City.
Yeah. I was just telling my buddy, like, I went to 49ers game in Cleveland in December. It was -10, and the wind was blowing, and it's right on the water. I mean, it was cold. But the game last night at 31 degrees, I was colder in the baseball game. I mean, I was dressed for -10. You know, I had boots on and gloves, and I was dressed for it. I thought I was dressed for 31 last night, but man, like the sixth inning came, and I'm like, I hope they score quick and get the hell out of here.
I don't know what it is. Like between like 30 and 40 always feels colder to me for some reason. I don't know.
I hate it when it's like getting warm out, but it's been cold out for weeks, and then like my shop will be cold. I'm like in here freezing and shit. Like I just can't.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm trying to heat up, it's like it's just holding. It's like all that cold for the fucking months, but it's like I only have one door, so I can't open it and shit. But for Julia, we used to go to the ball games, softball games for my daughter. I bought her one of those heated hoodies. You charge the battery and plug it in, and she loves that thing. I think if I was going to go to a game, that's probably what I'd bring.
Yeah, Sarah has one. She was wearing it last night.
Well, what's it normally like in New York? Like 60 right now, right? This time of year? So it shouldn't have been a big deal.
You know what's funny? The same buddy I was telling, he sent me a meme or whatever, and it says, I didn't know this. The Mets moved their game up earlier so that it was warmer for their fans. But Yankees knew their fans were going to show up anyway, so they just left it at 7.
Like moved it up early, in the day.
Yeah, because it was warmer. It was like 50 during the day, and then it, slowly dropped down. I mean, when we got there, it was like 44 when we got there. I'm like, this ain't bad. Then by the 6th inning, I'm like, man, it is friggin' cold.
So how was the game, though? Were they playing well, or was it too cold? Were they struggling, too?
It was a good game. They were losing 3-1.
Who they playing?
They were playing the Oakland A's, and the Oakland A's are not good. So the Yankees were losing 3-1.
I happen to love the Oakland A's. Thanks a lot, dude. That's my team, bro.
Well, they're not good. So they're losing 3-1, and like they weren't hitting the ball very, very well. It hurts when you hit the ball off the end of the bat or whatever, hurts your hands. I'm like, man, I don't know if they're gonna come back. But then 8th inning rolled around, and they were like, time to put some on the board and go home. And they put up 4 runs and won the game 5-3.
Who won the game?
Yankees.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the Oakland A's.
Yeah, hit a 3-run home run in the 8th inning. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's probably for the show, too. Those guys, wasn't that the deal back in the day? Like, the Yankees had enough money to pay for a ton of people. Like, they could pay, the best people, so, the Yankees always had the best players.
But you see, I don't know how much I want to get into this, but that's the thing. Everybody always says Yankees buy their team. But they also say baseball is won up the middle, meaning, your catcher, your shortstop, your center fielder. Well, most of the Yankees from the 90s, those guys were core players. You're talking about Bernie Williams, Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Andy Pettitte, Mariano Rivera. Like, you know, you can go on. And that's the guys they were paying the big money to were their own guys. Now, yeah, they brought in free agents just like every other team, but the main guys are the guys that you know their names, and they were homegrown players. So,
Do you watch sports? You watch baseball and stuff?
No.
Okay, me either. I know nothing. I know the name Derek Jeter, but
See?
anything beyond that. So I'm just like
A-Rod.
Who?
He's a guy.
A-Rod we traded for, though. Well, I will say that. We traded for A-Rod. Love A-Rod.
Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about baseball other than like there's a guy catching and the guy pitching and the guy hits the ball and he runs to first place. I kind of understand the gist of it, but I thought about like, hey, you know, I'm going to start watching this shit. Honestly, because you're always talking about sports. I know you're really into it. And one time we were recording a podcast and he's watching a game the whole time. Kind of, I'm like, I don't even know which one it was. It actually went smooth.
It was the U.S. I don't remember what team they were playing.
Yeah.
It was the WBC. I think it must have been the championship game. I'm pretty sure it was, or else I wouldn't have watched it here. It must have been the championship game. They ended up losing to who was it? Vin
Diesel.
Yeah,
They
Diesel.
lost to Vin Diesel. Everybody loses to Vin
I
Diesel.
can't remember who it was that beat him.
Like in the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah. Triple X.
Awesome movie.
That's a movie.
Yeah, like Fast.
That's a film he was
Fast and the Furious.
I love Fast and Furious
If
movies.
Vin Diesel's in it, they lose.
It's all about family.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
I've only seen like one of those episodes.
I love them. They're great.
Yeah, they are good.
No, I haven't. I just didn't get into the whole car tough guy thing. Like I like cars and I like watching badasses and shit.
I bought a Honda Civic because of that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like watching like Rambo kick people's asses. I like. Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
I was really
I don't know
open.
this-
I bought a Dodge Charger, souped up. It's got a
Why do they have a
400
souped up?
Hemi.
Do they have a souped up Civic in that?
Yeah, and the first one, they're like hijacking trucks. They use these 3 dope
What did I tell you when you walked in?
black
Watch out.
Honda Civics.
I'm telling you.
I was like, I gotta get me
Is
one of those.
Is it baby blue?
Oh, they're mine.
Yeah.
Mine was red and black, 2-tone, custom,
Ooh.
That's all right.
4-cylinder.
What happened to it?
I got rear-ended.
Oh, was that the accident?
Yeah.
In front of your parents' house?
No, what happened to the car?
Oh, I scrapped it.
I got all the truths are gonna start coming out. You okay? You ready for this?
I got
We'll
rear-ended,
ask
and then the
hard
car
questions.
got smashed too.
We'll ask all the hard questions. So, Ethan, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, playing a whole lot of video games.
Oh, yeah.
That is boring as fuck. I was expecting something cool. Like that's it. I thought this was gonna go on for at least 10 minutes. He's like, oh, I met this girl, and then
I met this great girl. We've been hanging out a lot, and just vibing.
Yep, blowing me off now. I can't even get a hold of him hardly. I'm gonna have to get her fucking number. Say, can you tell that motherfucker to send me a fucking message back? That's okay. I got him singing in the band. I played you the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not really into that screaming stuff, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
We were gonna record tonight.
He's got a good voice, man.
Thank you.
He can sing too.
He can.
I sent you the Lakeview Drive. Is that what it was?
Skyline View.
Skyline View.
I really like that song.
Really?
I think when I told you, I think you thought I was messing with you, but I really like the song.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Good song. Skyline View. Find it on YouTube. Great song.
He's played it for you, right? How many times? Oh, he's like, check this out.
A
This is when I was
lot,
younger,
she
but
says.
I'm gonna get there again, babe. I'm gonna do this shit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can feel it. Like I got my guitar. It's at my apartment, but one of these times I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna make another song.
What's your name again? Riley. All right. I don't know her very well, but she's, I stalk her on Facebook. So. No, I don't really. But yeah, she seems pretty cool. She's always laughing
She's pretty
and
awesome.
smiling. Yeah,
I like
seems
her.
Cool. Good looking girl.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
He's in. Son of a bitch. I'm in.
I'm in.
You
So,
son
yeah.
of a bitch.
So We haven't had Ethan on in a while, so it's good to have you back. And
It's good to be back, Ethan.
Me and Josh have been plotting this episode, like what we wanted to do today and what we wanted to talk about. And have you heard anything about this this crazy shit going on with Congress and this disclosure of something that they can't talk about? And at the same time, simultaneously, there's this Artemis moon. It's a survey, right, mission where they're just going around the moon a bunch of times.
Yeah.
At the same time, we're at war.
Is it the Chinese?
War's over, man. Haven't you seen the news?
Well,
The war is
it's on a 2 week hold.
It's a what was the word? Something ceasefire.
Yeah, it's a temporary 2 week. But we don't have to talk. We don't have to talk about the war. Let's talk about
Gas prices.
no. I don't want to talk about that shit. It cost me about over $100 to fill up my Suburban.
$30 got me a quarter tank. I was seething.
He's like, shit. I don't even know if I can make
$30 quarter tank in your Honda Civic.
He wrecked that years ago.
Oh, sorry.
He doesn't. What do you have?
I
now?
wish I still had that. I got a Dodge Durango.
The Durango. That's right.
2018. I wish I still had that Civic. Oh, that was a sweet ride.
But you got rear-ended a lot in that thing.
Man, when I had that Civic, I was always getting
Just
rear-ended.
pounded,
Just pounded. Well, we didn't say pounded.
by a neon.
See, the words will start slipping. They just roll off the tongue so easy. He said that. We said rear-ended like an accident. He said he got pounded. It's
semantics.
Okay. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. That's totally cool. But
yeah,
you're the one who brought a lady with you. Okay, just make sure. Wait, are you pounding?
Oh,
Holy shit! Maybe there's a part of this that we don't know. Maybe there's an element to it all.
Hey, it's a brave new world.
It's a
Did you
brave
say
new
her
world.
name was Peggy? Oh, Riley. Sorry, my bad.
So, what do you think of this? This what is it? Artemis 2 mission? That's what it's called.
Isn't it is it the Chinese that are doing it?
No, we're doing it. NASA.
Well, we're
it's
doing
actually when was the last time NASA really
It's been a while.
did a mission? Because Elon Musk does it. Now you got Bezos sending people up there for fun.
Damn it.
And
I thought like the last time they talked about flying around the moon, wasn't there some conspiracy? They said that I can't remember what it was now, but the astronauts said something about like they're basically not allowed to, and it started like some kind of controversy. Like, what do you mean allowed to?
Well, I think there's a lot of weird shit. I mean, it goes right back to like the moon landing originally. There's so many conspiracy theories about it. It doesn't. If you look at it, it does look kind of weird. It looks like an old sci-fi movie, right?
Well, they say Stanley Kubrick was a part of that.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my buddies about it earlier, and he's actually going to call us in a little bit here, and he wants to get on the horn with us and give us some of his perspective on this stuff. But
if you want to call in, feel free. It's 1-900 Bacon. We can't put any more letters. That's just a
Bacon R.
Bacon R.
Bacon R. But yeah, so like let's say we did land on the moon. Let's say it's real, right? Let's say that everything they told us is the truth. And this is the big problem for me right now is that I'm having a hard time literally believing anything anymore. I don't things from the past.
That's that Rubio thing you sent me. I'm like, I had to look it up on Google. I'm like, is this real? I don't know if it's real or if it's AI.
The reason,
AI. I mean, if they released a video of an alien, would you believe that?
A bunch of these guys are coming out saying they all got debriefed about something they can't talk about, but like they're saying that like, and the reason why I saw a news anchor interviewing another Congress member, and they were saying, yeah, did you hear this thing Marco Rubio was saying? He was kind of laughing about it, saying, I think he's lost his marbles. He's like, well, actually, we did get debriefed on something that we're not allowed to talk about, and they should just release it to the public. He's like, said that if you
how can they blue ball us like that?
Well, if you knew, they said it would unravel the fabric of society, right? It was saying weird shit. Like some of the shit these guys were saying, I'm like, what in the fuck are they talking about? What they get debriefed on? Like, and they were kind of alluding to like alien type stuff and like this weird shit. So what's weird is right around the same time we're going to the moon. We're doing some mission. We're just scoping it out. It's the first time humans have seen that side of the moon, I guess. And I think it's the furthest a human has ever been from Earth. Like they're pretty fucking far away from Earth right now. And I think today's the last day of the mission. They're coming back. I think tomorrow. I mean, I don't know how long it takes.
Oh, they did it already.
They already came back.
They're already out there.
Yeah, they're like almost done with the mission coming back. So whatever they were doing on the dark side of the moon, right?
I didn't know that.
But
so Secretary of State, let me get that out. Secretary of State, that's what Marco Rubio is. I almost said that and I second guessed myself. Got to stop doing that.
Gotta go with your gut, man.
Yep, my psychiatrist says, hey, don't second guess yourself.
2 tenths.
Two tenths.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
But so like they're pretty far out there, and so what are they doing? So why haven't we been to the moon again? Like I don't really understand all. Like we went to the moon.
We forgot. NASA says we forgot how
we
they lost the
technology.
tapes. Lost the tapes on how to do it. All the technology's gone.
So now we're going around the moon, being very careful. But China, a couple of years ago, I think, went to the moon, and they tried to grow a potato or something on there. Did you see that? They landed on the moon, or maybe some sort of like rover or something. I don't think it was man missioned.
I didn't. I got in trouble for the Russian TV that I had, and I had to get rid of it. So
the Russian TV.
Yeah,
the news was different.
You see the naked news that they do? That's Russia, right? The topless, topless weather girls.
I don't know. I think didn't Snoop Dogg do something like that? Didn't he have like naked news?
I don't know.
I think Snoop Dogg had a channel where he had all these chicks on there that were reading naked news or something.
Did they just report like regular, legitimate?
They slowly
news?
stripped.
Yeah, they were doing the weather. Yeah,
they slowly stripped off.
What?
They stripped off their clothes slowly. But yeah, like
appalling. I'm appalled.
It's disgusting. Boobies.
I mean, I don't know why anybody would do that. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to watch that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I can't think of more than 2 reasons. Really,
two reasons. One, because I'm watching the news. One, because I'm watching the news, and 2, because I mean, I just want to get the weather.
You got to stay up on.
You would not know any of it. It'd be over. You're like, wait, what did they say?
It's snowing where?
You got to look at my phone anyway.
There were some headlights in my face. I couldn't see what was happening.
Headlines.
Ooh, headlines.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like we this mission went around the moon to they were taking pictures and doing stuff, whatever. But so we haven't been there since when was the first moon landing? The 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
69.
Yep. So we haven't been there since.
I remember that number.
It was in 69.
Jeez.
I was watching the Naked News.
Naked News
In 1969.
Was it 69?
Oh,
what year was Kennedy killed?
63.
So it couldn't have been 69 because Kennedy's the one that sent him there.
Shit.
He's just lying. See, this is why you can't trust us for the news.
He just likes the number.
We just make shit up as we go. We're like, it had to be like last week or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Let me fact check this real quick. We ought to know this.
But so all this stuff's happening, right? So Congress is getting debriefed on some, or they're informing them about stuff they can't talk about. This whole war thing kind of went down, and then we're flying around the moon.
Was it 69?
69.
Oh my God! What year was Kennedy killed?
63. I'm telling you. I think positive. Hold on.
And so, did you hear about the whole 3-Eye Atlas thing?
63. Damn, I'm good.
Oh. Wow. I am impressed. And yeah, what the hell? I'm sorry. I apologize. I could have swore JFK.
We just thought you weren't as bright as us, okay? We thought you were just like, you know.
I would have swore that JFK sent us to the moon.
We thought you were let me think for a second. I'm not that bright. I'm just kidding.
I saw it in that Stanley Kubrick movie.
Stanley Kubrick.
What's his name?
Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick, there you go.
He did like 2001 Space Odyssey, did like Clockwork Orange. Yeah.
Kubrick's the guy from that Nintendo game.
Eyes Wide Shut was his last film. A lot of symbolic imagery.
With Tom Cruise? Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah.
Did you watch Welcome to Derry yet?
Not yet.
Oh, dude, you got to watch Welcome to Derry.
Yes, everybody this.
Fucking did it.
It's on my to-do list.
It's good. I thought
he's got
Pennywise,
a new tattoo. Have you watched Welcome to Derry?
I thought Pennywise was kind of like a lightweight in the whole horror genre. I liked kind of what he did. He was kind of intense, but some kids beat him and all this shit. But Derry kind of explains a lot.
That is one way of putting
Pennywise
it.
is kind
He's
of a pussy.
Bunch of kids whooped his ass.
I mean, that's how I felt until I watched Derry and realized how fucking nasty he truly is. And at the very end, like, there's just tons of crazy shit.
It's a she.
I don't know.
What?
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Ethan?
So in the original book, It is said in the fight when they're like fighting the giant spider thing or whatever. They say that it's like laying eggs, and they basically come to the conclusion that the thing's a female because it like lays eggs. Pennywise is a guy though. I don't know if that's the case in the movies, but it might be.
I don't know, but I want to talk about it, but he hasn't seen this, so I don't want to say anything yet.
It's called It. It's not. I think it's just called
Hermaphrodite.
Yeah, I don't know,
Right.
but so I
Well, it can be
Both.
Pennywise can be anything because he. Wow, what is it? What is it called? He projects himself as anything, so he can project himself as a female spider to lay eggs.
Yeah. Well, Ethan, what's his final form?
well, like in the book, it's a spider, but like it's just the deadlights. Like that's like his truest thing.
the deadlights are his
The
truest.
three little spinny light things.
Yeah.
Where you look at them and they make you go.
But speaking of aliens,
Yes.
so
Sorry.
back to the whole moon
You
thing.
can edit
so
all this.
did I send you a video? Did I send you a video of that other interstellar object they're saying is popping through? I don't know if that's real.
Oh
I think
no,
I
but
did.
I did hear something about it. Maybe you sent it to me. Somebody I did hear about
I
it.
think I sent it to you because I was checking it out when I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, because they're both coming through.
From the same area, and they said the odds of it, like this interstellar like object coming through.
And so was what's the other one?
Three-Eye Atlas?
Before that
Moi,
one.
moi,
Yeah, the
Amor, or something like that.
Amora.
Yeah,
So they're all coming from the same area. So
Yeah.
either there's something in space that has a bunch of debris that's breaking off and coming this direction, which is kind of fucking scary.
Yeah.
Or something just by coincidence comes from the same region of space, space outside of our galaxy.
Yep.
It's coming through, and going out. So the black dark matter, whatever is in between our galaxy that's holding it together, that's the void or whatever they call it. Like shit's coming through there, out and then into our galaxy, and then through. That's
I love it.
interstellar object. That's fucking crazy shit. So all this shit's kind of happening at the same time. Like that's fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, I think. And like,
Is it weird though, or are we just like because we're so in tune to everything now, we just know that there's a bunch of stuff going on?
well, I think when I was a kid, it took a while for me to hear the story of something cool.
Right.
Right? Like it took a while. I had to go to the news and you heard about it, your parents talk about it, and you're like, oh, shit. And it takes time. Now it's like instant. Like as soon as we all wake up,
Right.
everybody grabs their phone and whatever's seen the most, boom. That's what's kind of on there.
Yep.
But so I got a buddy of mine who wants to call in and talk to us about all this shit.
Is he
You want-
calling right now?
I told him 7:30. So you want me to get him in on it?
Hello.
Hey, Carl, you're on with the Tat and Chat podcast. How's it going tonight?
Good.
That's Ethan Bacon. He does a great radio voice. You should talk to Carl the whole time like that because that's funny.
It made my eyes water.
And welcome to the Tat and Chat podcast.
So good.
And and then I would hang up.
He's like, yeah, fuck this. I didn't win any contests.
Hey,
So-
Carl, it's nice to
You've won
meet
2
you finally.
tickets to see the Seahawks this afternoon.
Oh,
The Seahawks. So we got Josh in here with us. You didn't get to talk to him last time. This is Carl on the line.
yeah, I didn't meet you last time, but I bought your book after the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah, I haven't got very far into it yet, but I did start it the other day.
All right. Well, when we're on the air, only talk about how great it is.
Okay.
So far, so good. And we got
That's
Ethan.
the deal.
We got Ethan Bacon here. He's one of our hosts on here. He's the one doing the radio voice.
Hey, man.
Dude, the radio voice is incredible.
Thank
It's
you.
pretty good.
I know. I think you should do it. I think you should do this whole conversation. You know. So,
No, I wouldn't be able to take it seriously.
well, this isn't supposed to be serious. It's supposed to be funny. So Carl, we were talking about the whole Artemis 2 mission around the moon, and we got into Moi, and is it Oumuamua? Is that what it's called? The comet and the interstellar objects that came through
It's
3AI Atlas.
Close. I think they'll know what you mean.
Yeah, and then
Oumuamua,
I don't know if you heard about this, but did you know that there's another interstellar object that came through right after 3I Atlas, supposedly?
No.
I don't know if it's true or not. See, that's my hard that's problem right now. The hard time I'm having is anything I look up online, it's like it could be bullshit. And you and me were kind of talking about this earlier, and I told these guys that you had some pretty cool theories on what could potentially be going on. And actually, I don't know these guys. I'm assuming they've heard of some of this stuff, but
Well, stop talking, man, and let him.
I
talk,
want to
man.
have you talk. I just wanted to fill them in where we're at.
Okay, well, here was one of the ideas I was kind of exploring and sharing with Ethan earlier. My thought is this. Okay, so we have the Hubble telescope, which can see distant stars, and I don't know if it's the device that they use to map out the moons on the planets inside our own solar system. But when I was a kid, I'm 55. When I was a kid, this planet has 4 moons, or this one has 6. Now some of them have like over 25 or more. So obviously there's been advances in the technology when it comes to magnification and telescopes. But my thought is this: if the missions to the moon were real, and there really was craft that landed, and there was the lunar rover and some of the other equipment that was supposedly left behind, why not train one of these telescopes on these objects and just put it all to rest? Well, here it is. There's the lunar rover, there's the lunar lander, and there's the footprints or whatever. I mean, if they could see, these moons that are orbiting distant planets, how could that same equipment not be utilized to show us and put it all to rest? The moon landing's fake or whatever, by just simply showing us what's there.
So I was talking to Julie about that because you and I were talking about this earlier, and I mentioned that to her. She's like, "Well, can the camera turn?" And you know what I mean? I said, "Well, it got me thinking. How far out in space is it? Is it beyond the moon? So, like, if it does turn around, is it only seeing the dark side of the moon because the moon doesn't rotate? That's why we always see the same side of the moon."
But there's also telescopes here on Earth, that are at observatories that could probably be trained on it. I mean, because I don't know, but I don't think that all the missions were on the dark side of the moon, were they?
I don't think any have been, right?
No.
Well, I mean, if you want to get into conspiracies, it's like I think that people are saying. I mean, those guys, Buzz Aldrin or one of those guys was saying that they didn't even go for starters. I've heard suggested weird shit, but I've heard stories, everything from it was bullshit and it was all made in a Hollywood studio to they were told to leave the planet and never come back. You know what I mean? There's been all sorts of shit that has come out about the moon. Anything that's kind of older, 15 years prior, is like, I like those conspiracies because it was like just kind of spitting around and kind of caught our ear. And nowadays it's so hard because it's like, you can't tell what's real anymore. Like the video of these congressmen talking. I saw a whole news article or a news program where this guy was kind of laughing at a congressman talking to another congressman about this disclosure stuff or whatever they're talking about. And the guy said, "Yeah, I was there and I heard it." And he's like, "And this stuff will keep you awake at night and it'll really like wreck people and all this." And he's like, "Wait, what? You're freaking me out." But I don't even know if that was real. It looked like a real news broadcast. So then now you got all this space stuff. You got like how I hate to be like not trusting what I see, but I don't know if I trust what I see.
Yeah, and I have two things that I can bring up that might add some value to the discussion. One is probably close to 30 years ago. I met the author and I saw him give a lecture. Who wrote Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper, and he was a Vietnam vet who came back and he just started to question things and he started to investigate on his own. And obviously the moon landing was a big thing that everyone believed was real at the time. But when you look at that footage, a lot of it definitely looks like science fiction, Hollywood studio production type.
Like the cat that runs across
images. Well, I mean, like the flag, for instance. Why is the flag waving?
Yeah.
And people said, "Oh, because there was an air conditioner in the studio." But I mean, there's no oxygen, there's no air, and I don't know, that's kind of a big tell. But anyways, this guy, like, he presented a lot of information. His book is very interesting. And he was working on another book about the Oklahoma City bombing, and he said that was that was kind of a false flag, or the government did it to then be able to do 1, 2, and 3 next chess moves. And I don't think that book ever came out, and he was killed in a shootout with sheriffs on his own property later.
Really?
So that's something you can look up and read about. Yeah.
That you met this guy.
I met him and I talked to him on the phone after that a number of times too. I mean, we talked for a long time after that. And he said, I've never had a lecture presentation that had this many young people there. And it was me and a bunch of other hardcore kids from Syracuse, along with like Nation of Islam type Black Muslims and some survivalists. Like, it was a pretty interesting cast of characters that went and saw this man speak. But his presentation was so compelling that everybody that I knew that saw it, they started buying books about some of these things and trying to figure out, trying to kind of solve the mystery around it.
And he was killed in a shootout with the police.
He's killed in, you can look it up.
That is
William
crazy.
Cooper, author of Behold the Pale Horse, died in shootout. And
So he was like
The
an
other
early
thing-
he was like an early conspiracy theorist then.
well, I mean, I don't even think the term conspiracy theorist does it justice. I feel like he's more like I don't know.
Whistleblower?
Yeah, I think that would be that's the perfect term. Yeah, a whistleblower. And the other thing that I wanted to bring up was, what we just discussed. If you watch that footage, it looks like Hollywood production from that era. And one of the ideas that circles around all that is, well, that was done at the time because the U.S. was involved in a nuclear standoff with Russia. And that whole space travel hoax was a precursor to the Strategic Defense Initiative, which was known as Star Wars at the time in the early 80s. And it was, the U.S. was supposedly developing sonic or particle beam weaponry to shoot down missiles. And it may have all been a hoax, and the Russians believed that it was real, so they started, after a while, these guys just put a man on the moon, and they've done all these incredible things. They must have the money and the technology to make this happen, and now they're going to be developing this system to shoot down our missiles. And the concept back then was called mutually assured destruction. It was kind of like, a Mexican standoff would be the term from the 70s or 80s if you watched a Western. If two people are pointing a gun at each other, like, hopefully no one will shoot, And that was this, that was the strategy behind this whole thing. Okay, well, I guess, from the Soviet perspective, now we have to develop these things to counter them or bypass that. And what it might have actually been was a way to just bankrupt them.
Well, did you ever hear about so like from 1961 to like 1985, Russia had, their space program, they went to Venus. Did you ever hear that?
No.
Yeah, there's like video footage. They got a little bit of
never heard of
footage.
that either.
Yeah,
That's news to me.
it's crazy. As he was talking about in this like the space race and who could have like space superiority, so they could like say, oh, we got weapons up there, we could do this. But for whatever reason, they historically it's considered Venus is a Russian planet due to their unique successful landings during the Soviet era. But they went there, their stuff sent pictures back and stuff, and like I don't know what the environment was, I can't really remember, but like for whatever reason they were like focused on Venus. And we were either at the moon or faking the moon.
That's incredible. I would think that Venus would be so close to the sun that anything metal sent there would melt. But
I think
one other
that's what
quick
was happening. I think that's what was happening.
Yeah,
But the other quick thing I wanted to add to this, just so you guys can discuss it, or maybe if people email or call you guys, they can offer their insights or their perspectives. But I know a woman whose son, he went to Cornell, and he had to sign some type of document saying that he was working in a laboratory that was connected to the government, and he would not be able to disclose anything that he was working on. And it was supposedly like 4 stories under a building, like
Sounds like Bob
1
Lazar.
basement, 2 basement, 3 basement, 4 basement, basement number 4. And anyways, this guy, when he was a teen, was talking to Elon Musk. They were doing like FaceTime, and Elon was asking, well, how would you modify this rocket engine in order to achieve this goal? And this kid is a literal genius, and he would have answers. And anyways, he works for Elon Musk now, and he travels back and forth from California to the rocket base in Texas. Like, he flies with this guy. He's with this guy. He's part of his inner circle and his team. And I asked, I was like, is there, ask Elon if he thinks that aliens are real. And the answer came back that yes, aliens are real, but the distances are so great between the stars that they've never been here, or at least they're not here now, which is weird because it kind of counters all the interesting stuff that I've always read about in Chariots of the Gods, or if you're familiar with, the Ancient Aliens program. I mean, they make a very convincing case where either there was, polar shift that knocks out these civilizations, or people are coming from the stars here, one way or another. And that's another thing I thought too, like, we're kind of going down rabbit holes, but that's the point of these long form discussions about stuff like this. One way to look at it is this: during World War II, when the U.S. Navy was going across the Pacific trying to get to Japan, to defeat them militarily, they were stopping at these islands, and some of them, back in the 40s, there was tribal people living on them that had never seen ships or planes or anything like that. And the U.S. would come ashore, and they would build these air bases, and these planes would land. And they obviously wanted, these people on their side, so they were friendly. Here's a machete. Here's some, corn hash. Here's whatever. So they were giving these gifts. After the war, obviously the U.S. withdrew. There was no more planes landing. There was no more ships coming into their lagoons. And these people were distraught, like, hey, where did these guys go that were giving us all these miraculous gifts? And they would create these effigies of planes and set them on fire and chant and dance and try to bring them back. And that could be what happened too. Maybe no aliens have ever been. But what happens is there's advanced civilizations, like, I don't know, we hear about like Atlantis falling or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe there was just an advanced civilization in the distant past that was visiting other parts of the world, and they saw a vehicle come down out of the sky. So like, oh, they came from the stars. It could be that too.
It's a good theory.
Yeah. So
it's fun to speculate.
Well, have you've heard of like the Fermi paradox and stuff, right?
What's that?
The Fermi paradox, like either like we're too late into the game, like all the advanced civilizations have already like been here and perished, and we're just like some fluke at the very tail end of the universe's existence. And the
They
reason
say we're the seventh.
Well, on our
Earth.
planet, but I'm saying in the whole universe, like they're saying, like basically, like all the universe was alive, because like there's like a theory, like there's the Fermi paradox has got like I think 6 or 7 different kind of like theories, and so basically, so like one of them is we're too far, we're too late. Like everything that's already lived is lived, and everything's dying. We're just the tail end of that life. You know what I mean? And like, and like there may be no other life. Like everything's already been alive and wiped out through natural disaster, wars, whatever. You know, they've lived their course. Or we're too early. We're too early. You know, a life just the universe just isn't, or the galaxies, whatever, just isn't teeming with life like it is. It's like there's a lot of plants we're starting to discover have like elements of life, like water and like I think like certain things, but and then there's a theory, something along the lines of that, like an advanced race would create a machine that could replicate itself and just travel the universe. So what it would do is like you make like say 100 machines that could replicate themselves. They'd fly to a planet, they'd land there, they'd do tests and experiments, and then they would rebuild. That's what they knew. They'd harvest the planet for whatever they needed, duplicate themselves, and that's their only mission. They just keep doing it, and they would just continue to do that. So if an advanced race that did do that was here, these things would be everywhere, you know, like, and so we don't see any evidence of that. You know what I mean?
I've heard that's what the Greys are, because they all look alike. The Greys are just, a robot, basically, a cyborg or something.
Machines. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the pictures they show from Mexico? Like they do these advanced photos of like, oh, this was seen in someplace in Mexico, and they'll show like the spaceship when they start breaking it down. It almost looks like a electrical board, like a little like. Almost looks like it's got wires wrapped around. It's really fucking weird, almost like a probe. To me, I'm always like, dude, we're a cell inside of a living creature, and some doctor, is sending little microbes in, like little like nanotechnology things in to just observe what's happening and where's the cancer fucking up and all this shit. And it's just observing everything. You know what I mean? Trying to figure it out. I'm like,
well, we have an expert on probes right here on the show with us today, Bacon. Why don't you?
yeah, Ethan. Ethan Bacon knows a lot about pegging.
It's called inner space.
Inner space. It's called mind your own business. But
my thought is this though. It's like, I mean, if that came down from Elon Musk, who is the Tesla, the Thomas Edison of our time, he's one of the most brilliant engineers and designers on the planet. I mean, this guy is like literally making technological miracles reality. So, I mean, if that is his actual thought and that's truthful, I mean, it's interesting food for thought. And I don't necessarily believe it. I don't know what to believe at this point, but it's interesting. It's interesting it was interesting to hear that, and
so
because it kind of runs in contrast of all these other.
Have you
against all these other ideas? Have
you heard that people are saying that this moon mission is a hoax? Have you heard that yet?
No, and that's the problem with all this stuff, because it calls everything into question. Like when you go back and you look at that like moon landing footage, and for lack of a better term, it looks fake. I mean, what are you supposed to think? You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at like World War II aircraft footage, you're like, oh yeah, it's black and white, but it's moving like a plane. I don't know. But if you look at the moon rover and everything else, you're like, I don't know. That
it's hard these
looks
days.
Like it was in its studio,
It's hard these days to distinguish what's real and fake anyway. And looking at old footage, it's like just seems obvious. Like the old nuclear bomb, the atomic bombs or whatever, they had that footage. Like there's a camera like right there, and then it just cars are getting annihilated, but the houses look like they're made of toothpicks, and the cars look kind of fake. And it's like, is that even real? Like how they zoomed into that stuff.
I have something I can add to that as well. He wasn't an actual uncle; he was more like a godfather. But he was a seaplane pilot after World War II, and he actually was part of. He was actually part of the mission to get the tribal people off of the island. And
when they were building these bases.
No, when they were testing these early nuclear weapons.
Okay.
And I think it was Bikini Atoll or Bikini Island, and
yep.
He was flying these people away while they detonated these bombs, and he actually saw one of the detonations from a ship. So I do believe that nuclear weapons are real, absolutely. And
well, I'm not saying they're not.
That,
I'm not saying they're not real. I'm just saying some of that footage of them testing it and stuff, like where they have the camera showing a house and it's just like there's no other houses near it, it's just wiping it away. I know a lot of that stuff. Like they'd be filming like a military staged house, so it would probably look like toothpicks because it's probably just a frame just to kind of see what it would do damage wise. But yeah, dude, it's hard to believe a lot of shit now, man, and especially with this AI stuff.
Yeah, but it's just something to think about. I mean, this guy was on top of it 30 years ago, and like his presentation was pretty compelling, and it called a lot of other things into question, and it just made me think like, well, why would they hoax something like this, and why are there other things that feel like hoaxes? Like, what is the end game? I guess that's the big question. What is the end game? People can obviously like pick up on this little thread and start pulling and going down the rabbit hole and Googling or finding books or whatever else. I mean, Corey, he worked at the airport, and there's people there that were in the Air Force that worked at Area 51 that he was there, fueling planes with. And he said they wouldn't say a word about it. They had signed, they'd signed documents swearing them to secrecy.
What? Did you see anything about that Bob Lazar movie?
No.
It's like a documentary on him. I mean, we've all heard the story a million times. If you know anything about aliens in space and alien technology, you probably heard Bob Lazar. But the movie basically just talks about him. It's all this. It's like the same type of stuff. But he was like one of the first ones you'd really heard saying anything about that, like sworn to secrecy and all this stuff. He talked about all this weird shit, and this thing said this documentary kind of backed him up a little bit because people were starting to think he was crazy, just making shit up. But like his story was so solid. But
well, what makes him so credible is that he, years ago was talking about a new element that we didn't know about, and everybody at the time was like, "Oh, that's bullshit," because that element doesn't exist. And now it fucking does.
Well, there's a lot of things that he did. That's the thing. That's the thing with a lot of conspiracies. A lot of conspiracies are like that, where they're bullshit until 5-10 years later. Oh, that happened to be true, but they never go back and say, "Yeah, you guys weren't crazy. Just leave them as crazy and just move on." But yeah, Karl, we wanted to talk to you about that stuff. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you said you had some things to do and stuff, but
what could you have?
I appreciate you.
More important than Tad and Chat podcast. No, I'm just joking. Man. Just joking.
But
no, those are the only stories that I really have. And they're just things that I've experienced. And I figured if you guys are bringing this topic tonight, it's something that I could bring.
Well, I love having
and other people can chime off.
I love having you on every once in a while and just talking about random shit. We'll have another crazy story, and I'll fill you in advance. You'll be like, yep, I got an idea. So we'll get.
I look forward to meeting you in person. I got to get an autographed copy of this book, so I got to get your autograph on there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll make that happen.
We'll give you a little plug. So Karl Beuchner, my friend, for over 20 years in the band Earth Crisis. You guys are playing a show soon, right? May something? Was it?
Yeah, it's at the beginning of May. We're doing a show.
Thanks for reminding me, man.
May was it? It's at Bleachers or not Bleachers? What's it called? Sharkies. Yeah, down in Syracuse. And you also are the author of the book, The Unraveling. The
Council of Crows. Yep, and we're playing Montreal and Quebec, I think, and we're doing Hellfest East in July, and we just were in Brazil and Colombia and
Earth Crisis.
Busy guy.
Where were we? We were in Brazil, Colombia, and Chile, Santiago. Yeah.
So
and we're going to Europe in November.
Awesome. That's great, dude.
Yeah.
Karl, I will talk to you soon. We're going to let you get back to your business, and we're going to get back to our business here. But thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you.
All right. Good to talk to all you guys. Have a good night.
Later, Karl.
Take care, brother.
So one thing that he didn't talk about was he had mentioned Project Bluebeam.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know anything about Project Bluebeam?
I know the name.
Do you know anything about it?
I don't think so.
Was it a Reagan era program?
I think so. Let me.
I know Blue Book. That's pretty cool. I don't know why they canceled that series. That series was so good. Did you watch it?
Mm-mm.
My God. I was at Alien Con. I went to Alien Con like several years ago, obviously.
Really?
Yeah, and I was outside. I was talking to these guys, and they're like, "Hey, have you heard of this new show that's going to be starting soon? It's called the Project Blue Book." Like, no, tell me about it. And they told me, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be awesome. And it was just like, I don't know, maybe 6 months after that it came out, and I was, this show is awesome. And then they canceled it. I don't know why. It's
of course.
Stupid.
So Project Bluebeam is like it's basically it suggests that an alien invasion or divine event using advanced technology
by AI
to manipulate. Yeah,
I have heard of it.
So, like, I think at one point they were talking about like
They're gonna
having a
tell
cross
us-
in the sky or having a UFO battle in the sky and stuff. And like the idea was, I mean, I think if the world believed in God and everybody believed in heavens and Jesus, it'd be a battle of Jesus and the heavens,
Good
right?
versus evil.
But I think because right now we live in this, everybody believes in pretty much or thinks aliens are real to some extent. You know what I mean? Everybody's kind of questioning all this shit. that they would do some sort of holographic alien event. You know what I
Just
mean?
to scare everybody into complying, right?
When I was talking to Carl earlier, I'm surprised he didn't say it, but he said that it was like, are they in the backside of the moon, like setting up these holograms, or like setting? You know,
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
that's a great theory.
It
dude.
is. That's
But like, I don't know.
ugh.
But that's the thing. Like, you get going on the rabbit hole with these conspiracies. It's kind of like, this is some crazy shit. You know, it's funny because Ethan, every time I'm always talking about Ethan being on here and stuff. He's like, can you guys talk? Remember, last episode, you just talked about fun stuff. He's like, can you just talk about fun stuff? He's like, because you know that I'm sitting there thinking about this shit. I'm like, well, the world didn't end on Easter like we thought that one time. So we're all good.
Like, I was praying that wouldn't happen.
I told you it wasn't going to happen.
And then I stayed up till 12, and after 12 was over, like on on the day of Easter, I'm like, okay, there's still like 1 minute left of the day. So lay down.
Just to make sure.
Actually, I did.
Why didn't you just look at news in like Guam or something? Like, okay, did they make? Okay, it's the next day for them, so we're all right.
I did it till 11:30, and then I had a really bad headache. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm done. My head is killing me. If I stay up any longer, I feel like I'm gonna die. Okay.
Well, yeah. So who knows? Who knows what's
I
real?
woke up at 5 and I checked. I'm like, God damn it! All right, let's go back to sleep.
So I guess the question is the Artemis 2 even really in space? Is it real? Is it fake? Is this
I don't know.
all bullshit?
I
I've seen
want to
some-
believe.
I want to believe as well.
I mean, I want to believe too.
But I've seen some footage of like NASA that is very questionable. Like they're floating around, you know, like in the little capsule, you know, like the little broadcasts they do.
Yep.
And there's a guy off to the corner drinking out of a plastic cup, and he's not floating around. The liquid is fine, you know. But
well, I've seen stuff like that. They've put videos up where like people are setting things down, or something falls on the ground,
Yeah.
like everything's floating, or like one guy spins. It looks like there's wires. I don't know if that shit's real or not, though. I don't know if that's AI.
don't
If
know.
it's like, okay, make him spinning, but make it look like he's on wires, but you can't see the wires. You know, that's the
Yeah,
problem
you
with
just
AI.
don't know
Yeah,
anything anymore.
anything.
If you're watching it on TikTok, just don't believe it to be true.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok, so that won't be a problem. But
If you're watching it anywhere on social media, like any of those videos, like you just gotta automatic. Like I like watching the videos of people walking up and grabbing packages, and then they explode, and people are like, ah, and like some of them are just so fucked up. You ever watch?
Yeah.
I love those fucking videos.
The glitter bombs and stuff.
Like someone will sneak up. It'll be like this larger than life person, you know, and they're like they can barely walk up, and they grab. They're like walking away, and then the thing explodes, and they fall on the ground, and like people are like, stay off my porch, motherfucker. You know what I
I
mean?
saw
I'm like,
like a parody of that where it was like these two people and they're like doing it like like glitter bomb. It's like Rick or something. It's like, oh, I know that's not like a flamethrower shows up.
well, like sometimes I see them and they're like, I'm calling the cops on you. I'm like, you were fucking robbing me. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? He's like, I can't see. I gotta work tomorrow. And I'm like, what in the? That's how fucked up this shit is.
it's like when you have your drugs ripped off, like somebody steals your drugs. I'm telling the cops. Go ahead and tell the cops that I took your drugs.
I think there was a cops episode like that one time where the guy's calling like, wait, so you're calling us because he stole your drugs? Like, yeah, I gave him this much crack and he didn't give me my money, so I want my shit back. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, what? I was gonna tell you earlier. I almost got into a fight this morning, 7:30 in the
you were.
morning.
What?
Yeah, dude. So I go to fucking
Yeah, but Julia is lucky.
what? Yeah, Julia's lucky. I almost got. No, I'm driving. I had my niece in the car, and
She'd have whooped your ass.
I had to go. I had to go to. I was building my guitar.
Yeah.
And so it's in Parrishville. So I'm driving. I stop at a gas station that's like a sandwich place. I go there. I have to go in. I had cash on me, so I was like, I'm just gonna go prepay. I'm gonna get a sandwich for later because I was gonna be in the middle of nowhere building this guitar, so I wanted to have something for lunch or whatever. So I go in there, get my sandwich. I come back out. I pump my gas. I get done. I sit in the car, and I start to drive away. I look around. There's no car, so I'm driving away. People keep just going to Tim Hortons behind on the right side of me. So I take a left to go around the pumps because all the pumps here I parked in the farthest one to the right. And as I was turning like this, I kind of saw in the corner of my eye, I saw a truck like ripping in, just like being an asshole, you know. So he rips in, and he's like, I thought he was going to a pump, so I was like, I just didn't even pay attention. I thought he was gonna fucking stop. So I'm driving. I drive around the front, and then I kind of hear him slam on his brakes, and then like kind of like I think he beeped at me, and then like fucking like as I drove by, kind of looked, he's got his arms up, fucking flailing. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with? It's like 7:30 in the fucking morning. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this motherfucker? So I just keep going and shit. I'm like, whatever, and so I see him still like he rips it and squeals into the parking space next to another car, and so I just flipped him off. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. And then I heard him yell. He's like, well, yeah, oh, so loud. And the girl, my niece is sitting next to me. She's like, what is that? I'm like, there's a guy yelling at me. Hang on a second. So I rolled the window down. I look at him, and I didn't say anything to him. I just looked at him. I'm like, put my like, what the fuck you doing, dude? He's like, yeah, motherfucker, you want to come back over here? I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, this guy is either methed out, fucking coked up from the night before, just had way too much caffeine, or just that guy. You know what I mean? Like that early in the morning, he's fucking ready to fucking go. I'm like, it's Wednesday morning, 7:30. Like, there's no fucking way you're this amped up at 7:30 in the morning. So I'm just like, I flipped him off again, I think. He's like, oh, and he's like panicking.
Twice?
He's panicking and shit. And I'm just like, and I just look at him. I thought, I'm going to get out and say something to this guy. I'm like, you know what, man? It's too fucking early, man. My fucking hand's been killing me lately. I got like trigger finger in one of my fingers and shit. It's just, my hand is sore as fuck. And I'm like, what am I going to get into a fight with this fucking guy? He looked like a young kid. I own 2 businesses and shit. Like, that's just what I need is to fucking fight this fucking guy. He's probably messing around. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I thought, fuck this shit. So I just brushed him off and drove away. And he's just like, fuck you. Well, yeah. And I was like, I think he's going to fucking follow me. I'm like, it was cool. I mean, it didn't really matter because I was dropping my niece off, and her mom is a state trooper, and they're getting ready for work. And then so is my sister, my wife's sister. She's married to another chick, and that's her mom, and she's a border patrol or a customs agent or border patrol. I can't remember, but they're both law enforcement getting ready for work. I'm like, I hope this dude fucking follows me. I'm not gonna say these 2 chicks are gonna come out, and I'm just gonna call him and say, listen, this guy's following me. I thought it'd be funny if they arrested him right there in their fucking driveway. You know what I mean? Like, it was the weirdest fucking like, what in the fuck is going on moment.
Should have said, hey, tune in to Tat and Chat podcast.
Hey, it just put a sticker on his forehead after he gets arrested. But I was just like, what is happening, man? This fucking guy out of nowhere, just like, he's like just losing it. And I like, a part of me thought, I'm just going to get out and say something. I'm like, no, this guy is too amped up. And then I thought, if I do, I'm a little bit shorter than him, I'm just going to headbutt him right in the fucking mouth. Just go, bam. You know what I mean? And I was like, what am I doing? I had my 14-year-old niece is with me. Fuck, yeah. I'm not going to get into a fight with this kid with me. You know what I mean? I'm bringing her home. I'm like, all of it just sounded horrible. So I just drove away. I almost thought about going back to the store though and saying, hey, some guy in here was freaking out this morning. Yeah, that was my boyfriend. You know what I mean? I thought, oh, fuck. But yeah, it was weird. I just didn't even expect it. And I was like playing happy music. I'm like, let's play some happy music. Cause she's going home. She's bummed out. She had to leave as early in the morning. So I was playing like Daft Punk and all this like uppity shit. And then this guy fucking comes out of nowhere. I'm like, just the rest of the way miserable, like, motherfucker. Yep. Early morning fights.
Can we continue playing happy music? No, there's no more happy music.
No more happy music.
I got to tell you my story because you reminded me that I was going to tell a story. So on the way home from New York City, we stop at a rest stop, right? And go in the bathroom. And this guy, he was a blind guy, and he's walking with a stick, and his son, I didn't know it was his son at the time, but he's a younger guy, helping him walk, right? And they go up to the sinks, and they're all the motion sinks, right? And he goes, Dad, it's the motion sink. You just put your hand under it. So he puts his hand under it, but it's the blow dryer one. Because they had like the soap and then the sink and then the blow dryer. So he sticks his hand in there. It's a blow dryer, and it blows on him. And he goes, ah, fuck. He like jumps back, and his son kind of chuckles, and like, you know, a bunch of people kind of chuckle, but we're trying not to laugh because you don't want to be rude. But then he goes, his son goes, that's the dryer. You got to put it under the water. And he goes, well, I can't fucking see it, can I? And then the whole bathroom just started laughing.
Yeah, that would suck.
Being blind. Yeah.
I mean, having it hit, he probably thought it was like either really hot water or, you know, you ever seen those tests where people put their hand on a table like this, and then they put a towel over it, and they put a fake hand coming out of their arm, and they hit it with a hammer. And, people like,
yep.
Because your brain just kind of thinks it's real. So imagine not being able to see and you just put your hand over there.
Yeah.
Or like something really cold they put on their people's skin and they think it's really hot. They can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was that movie? Punisher. Right? he's using the blowtorch to sizzle the meat, and then he sticks a popsicle on his back, and the guy's freaking out.
It's like, you son of a bitch. What is that? The Thomas Jane one?
Yeah,
That's a good. I like that one.
yeah, that's a good movie.
It's like kind of like indie filmish, but I liked it. I thought that was good.
Yep.
I mean, Thomas Jane. I like Thomas Jane, but like some of the stuff was a little corny. But did you ever see the fucking Punisher movie with Ray Stevenson?
Oh yeah, I didn't like that one.
Warzone. Oh,
I didn't like that one.
Did you watch that one?
I haven't seen that one.
You'd like that one. That one is like, that's like a horror movie almost.
Yeah.
Like the Punisher is fucking literally. That's kind of like a B movie too at times. But when he's like smashing dudes, like this one dude, I'm gonna tell you one scene. That's spoiler. So this one dude's sitting there. He's got his head against the wall and he's smoking a cigarette. And the Punisher comes up to him, punches him right in the face, and his whole face collapses. And his fist is right in his head, and he pulls it out. Reminds me of something Jason would do. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like right in the very beginning.
I don't like movies like that. They're just, I don't know. They're too far fetched or something. It's like the series.
It's the Punisher.
I know, but I like the series. I can't say I didn't like the series, but it was just so corny. It was cheesy, and like he'll get beat with lead pipes, shot 97 fucking 100 times, and then you'll get up and whoop the shit out of like 40 people. Like, come on, dude.
What do you mean? People are like that, Josh.
Okay.
It's very realistic.
Haven't you ever seen John Wick?
Very grounded.
I did. I just watched Ballerina the other day.
John Wick is awesome. I know it's far-fetched, but Ballerina's not good.
Not really.
John Wick just got the hook, and
It was
people
just.
liked it.
It was John Wick. It was the same thing. It was just a girl version of John Wick, but the things are just too. I don't like the Japanese movies where they're jumping from treetop to treetop and fighting up in the air. I don't like that stuff.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, I can't stand movies like that. I just don't like
Wire
it.
Fu.
So you don't like Jason Statham movies then, where he's just badass?
Jason.
I love
Jathan.
Jason. They're kind of some of the older ones are kind of indie
I
films.
should have named a kid Jathan. I say that so like I have a speech impediment.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, he does movies are just so good.
His movies are like just out there.
I'm a snake.
So, is that bad? Are we dickheads right now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I like Jason Statham movies.
Yeah, they're all right.
Crank.
I like Statham.
Yeah, it's over the top, but it's fun.
Yeah.
The Transporter.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good movie.
It is.
The Beekeeper. You see that one?
Oh no.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's
Meg.
good.
Those are my late night movies.
The Meg. Yeah.
When I'm sitting there at night, it's like 11:30, 12, and everybody's in bed. I'm like, fuck. I usually go to Jason Statham. I'm like, what's he got out?
I
What have
held
seen?
off on the Meg for so long.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, how are you gonna fight a freaking shark? Right? I'm like, this is just no. And like years. It was like a couple of years. I think the second one was out before I watched the first one. I watched it. And I'm like, that movie was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I only saw one part where they're sitting there, and I think they just fought the shark, and that was the deal. But I haven't watched it yet. But I want to watch it.
Oh,
It's on
have
my
you-
list.
Have you ever seen The One with Jason Statham and Jet Li?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It's like
I did.
multi-dimensional shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah. That's about 20 years old now.
Yeah,
right?
that's an old
Jet Li
one.
was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
Romeo Must Die.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are good movies.
No, yeah. That's what I'm doing tonight. Late night, watching some random
In the
action
theater?
flick.
Let's do it. Let's get some
Yeah.
pizza.
Dude. Anytime there's a movie you want to watch, like I wanted to bring the kids down to watch the Indiana Jones series there, like because there's movies I just haven't seen at the theater or haven't seen in a long time in the theater. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch them at my theater.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. Let's play on a fucking night, man. Get some
Yeah.
pizza, watch some fucking cool movies. But
Sounds like a date.
it is.
So are we wrapping up?
yeah, I think we're wrapping up.
I wrote a joke. This is my joke. So.
Okay.
Oh, great!
Oh boy.
I didn't know he could even write.
But I got to
He wrote me a letter. It's like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's half of it's in pictures, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Here we go. You guys will be the judge.
Don't laugh, no matter what. Even if it's funny, just don't laugh.
You can't help but laugh. Yeah, let me tell it with the mask on.
Oh, that is funny.
All right. So it's I wrote this because we were talking about aliens today, so it just popped into my head and I wrote it down. So it's Halloween, and a guy goes to a costume party. He goes in the bathroom to take a leak, and he sees a guy in there dressed as an alien. He says, "Man, that is an awesome costume, dude. It looks so realistic. How'd you get it to look so real?" Alien says to the man, "It's not a costume. I'm really an alien, but I can't go out in public because people would spot me immediately. So I love going to costume parties because I blend in." The man says, "Oh my God, this is so awesome. I can't believe I'm meeting a real life alien." Then he says, "You have to tell me something about yourself because my friends are never going to believe me." The alien says, "I don't know, man. I'm really private. I like to keep to myself. I don't know if I can share any of my personal life with you." The man says, "Oh, come on, man. I have to know something about your species. My friends will never going to believe that I met a real live alien." The alien says, "Yeah, okay. I tell you what. As an alien, I never get to experience a lot of pleasures and desires that human life has to offer. So if you give me a blowjob, I'll tell you something personal about myself." The man thinks about it for a minute. Then he says, "Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll give you a blowjob." So he finishes up and he says to the alien, "Okay, man, deal's a deal. Now tell me something personal about yourself." Alien says, "Well, let's see. One time I was picked up by the men in black and taken to a secret facility where I was kept for 3 weeks." The man says, "Wow, that is wild, man. How did you escape?" Alien says, "I didn't escape. They let me go." Man says, "What? They just let you go? Why would they just let you go?" Alien says, "Well, they found out I was a man in an alien costume."
That's a good joke. That's a good premise for a movie.
Not bad, dude.
So I got to do a cut where we're out there, like get one of us not laughing.
Just stone sober.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Just kidding. This is what it's really like. Good joke. Ethan Bacon. It was nice to have you here today.
Yeah, nice to be here.
You should do it again.
Definitely.
Josh, I like your original joke. Yeah. You should do more original jokes. You're a really good writer.
Yeah.
Like you're writing that show. I'm like, wow, he's actually it's working. It's jamming.
I was reading it. I'm like, does this sound like a kid's book? Blowjob. Nope. We're good.
Too much add blowjob. It's not a kid's book anymore.
Gotta add a sexual joke in order to make sure that you know it's for adults.
Yep. We just he had to throw the blowjob in to make sure we knew it was for the adult population. All right, guys. Awesome seeing you guys.
You too, man.
Thanks for listening to Tat and Chat Podcast. We will see you next Tuesday.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.